A lot of companies do a great job of setting OKRs, but I've seen so many fail at following through. Here are some things that can help you. Number one, you need central tracking and visibility for OKRs to be successful. Everybody in the company should be able to reference your OKRs and see your progress at any point in time. In an early stage startup, just use a Google Sheet or GitHub depending on where your team spends their time. Use a stoplight system of red, yellow, and green to signal where you stand to the whole team. This should be updated every 2 weeks at a minimum. Red means that there's a serious blocker and you're at risk of not hitting your target at all. This should be where you as a leadership team spend most of your time. Lesson number 2, communicate. It doesn't matter if you have great tracking if you don't embed OKRs into the way you work on a regular basis. A wise person once told me, if you want people to remember things, you have to tell them 5 times in 5 different ways. Having very clear OKRs should make it very easy for employees to make decisions. One of my favorite things to do with OKRs is to create a won't do list. You need people to be empowered to say no, and it's great to be crystal clear about the things that you're actively deciding not to do or to punt to next quarter. 3, track progress. Having great OKRs doesn't matter if you don't actually stay on top of them and make them a core part of the way you work. You should be reviewing your OKRs at least bi-weekly. In your team meetings, just focus on the reds and the yellows. Spend all of your time on removing blockers for reds and getting yellows to green to keep everything on track. As part of this process, it's important to ask yourself if you still have the right OKRs. In startups, things change week to week. So ask yourself, are we still working on the right things? Have we learned something that makes us want to change one of these? If that's the case, change it. 4, do retros at the end of every quarter. It's incredibly important that you show accountability for the OKRs that you set and you learn from them. Ask yourself, did we have the right OKRs in the first place? What did we learn? What should we carry forward to the next quarter because we didn't achieve it this one? Do this openly and honestly with the team. Admit to your failures and talk about what you're going to do in the next quarter to overcome them. This isn't just important for achieving your goals, but it also develops a culture of continuous learning and improvement.